that he could comment on
Allegedly.
Oh
WNBA.
my God, that shit's funny as
Is he?
hell.
Is he?
Obsessed.
I don't know,
I
man. I
think
think the thing
he's. I
is
think
that
And just say I don't like her. I think she's
Wait,
trash.
ADEZB, baby, you,
Yeah, my name is
sir.
80s baby. What's up?
Aren't you on that? Aren't you a regular guest on that podcast?
What Pac? I'm on a few Twitter
The
YouTube
with
pages. I
the
don't know
what's
what you're
his
talking about.
name? What's his name? The dude with the
Which one? I'm on a few of them.
is it I talk basketball something like that
I talk basketball. I don't know what you're
or
talking about.
something. The light skinned man with the beard that be having the Minnesota stuff in his background.
Oh, that's K-Shop. You talking about
Yeah, that's you. I recognize your voice.
yeah, it's
I
me.
knew that was you. I was like, wait, I know that man. I listen to him all the time. That's you.
Yeah, my name 80s Brooklyn 80s baby.
That's what I thought. I had to get that off. I was like, I know that. I know that voice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would have cooked them if y'all let me, but I ain't want to
Oh, I
overtalk
know.
nobody.
All right, so I'm gonna just give you perspective, bro. I ain't even trying to change your mind, but I guarantee once I give you this perspective, you're gonna probably change your mind, right? So you gotta think about three things, right? So I'm gonna just go with what Show just said because he just said it. You gotta realize, I don't know. You said you're a Fever fan. I don't know how much you've been watching the WNBA, but
He a
these refs
Clark
suck.
fan. He a Clark fan.
He a Clark fan, right?
Mhm.
These refs suck, bro. So
Yeah,
Angel be
I
getting
agree
beat the
with you.
fuck. Hold on. No.
I
We
agree
talking
with
about the field. I'm keeping it on the field goal percentage, right? You tell me how good your field goal percentage is gonna be when you get beat the fuck up and the refs holding the whistle. You get what I'm saying? So
I
that
got you,
hurts
but
your hold on. That hurts your field goal percentage, right? So here's another thing I want to give you perspective. Everything I'm saying, if you ever played basketball before, you're gonna know what I'm talking about, right? The other thing is this. I spoke about it the first time I came on show, right? Gravity. If you don't have gravity on a court, and they don't have a lot of shooting, right? The Sky don't have a lot of shooting, so it's no space to do nothing. You got three girls trying to score in this, really four, because Lindsey Allen, actually five. All five starters is trying to score in the same spot. So it's
yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
difficult to get an efficient shot off when you don't got no spacing on the floor. Right? That's gonna hurt your what? Your field goal percentage, right? And then the last thing I'm gonna say is this, and I said this on another show, but the difference between, and I'm knocking Caitlin, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm just giving y'all basketball, I'm giving y'all perspective, right? The difference between Caitlin Clark's transition into the WNBA and Angel Reese transition in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark is not doing nothing different than she did in college. Right, she pretty much coming in. She passing the same way. She shooting the same way. Even the turnovers, she had those in college too. Like her whole game is exactly the same from college, right? If you take a look at Angel pretty much got to learn a whole new position because in college she pretty much played the center
Yeah,
the
the
majority of
five.
the time.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the girls she was going at, and in college she was either more intimidating than, right? She could bully them. Everything she could score on the paint easy, right? Once she came into the league, and these girls are grown women, they not afraid of
Yeah,
Angel. You can't just intimidate a grown woman like that. So now Angel's trying to play the same way, which is fine, and you see it's translating for the most part. But where it's hurting her is her field goal percentage because these
yeah.
girls are bigger, so they blocking her shot. So her field goal percentage is lower. So what she's doing is, you can see it if you watch the Phoenix games. Is a perfect example. If you watch the first Phoenix game, she came out terrible because BG just kept blocking her shot every time, blocking her
Mm-hmm.
shot, and she didn't really adjust. That second Phoenix game is the game we saw where she went off and she was 8 of 16 and she was shooting the ball. You get what I'm saying? That's her saying, okay, I got to learn. I got to adjust. So for Angel, it's a little bit more difficult because she can't do the same thing she did in college. In college, she was the Shaq. She not Shaq out here.
I wanted
I
to get that
disagree
point
though. I
guard for
do
Notre
think you need an
Dame.
elite point guard. I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
why
He
you need
is
an
the
elite
point
point guard.
guard.
Yo,
That's what I'm
homie,
saying.
let me respond to you. I'm gonna tell you why you need an elite point guard because you just said exactly what I was thinking. If you got a player, and again, you got to realize Angel Reese can develop, right? She could develop into this player that we want her to be. But right now, she's not Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson don't need nobody to get her the ball. She can score any fucking where. You get what I'm saying? So when you got the type of bigs we got, you do need a better point guard because it's gonna. Yo, bro, here's where I disagree with you. You saying
The Angels
everything
been
that's right.
dominant with that ass this year. She been primarily hurt most of the year.
Yo, bro, you saying everything right except for one thing. You gotta realize who Asia Wilson is. Asia Wilson don't need nobody to get her a bucket. She could get a bucket on her own. You get what I'm saying? She has damn near every move in the game. She don't need a point guard to set her up. So if you don't have those moves, like I said, in order for what you saying to be a fact, and for what you saying that you don't need a dominant point guard, yada yada yada, you're gonna need Angel Reese to develop all of those moves. She don't have them yet. She will, she can, but she don't have them right now. Hold on, let me piggyback because he kind of touched on what I was gonna say, because I hear a lot of people talking about what we need, and we need a point guard, right? But we actually need 3 to 4 things, right, that we could get in this draft right now. We need a point guard, like y'all saying, right? We need a lockdown defender, like homie just said, and we need somebody that's like a 3-level scorer, right, to play the small forward position, right?
Right.
If you take a look at this draft, everything we need is in this draft, right? So I'm gonna give y'all 2 different options where you could pretty much get everything y'all need, right? So let's start with Olivia Miles, if that's who y'all talking about. Olivia Miles is a generational type point guard. That's why you go get Olivia Miles, right? You got to realize the type of power forward Angel Reese is and the type of center that Camila Cardoso is. Obviously, they could develop into more like skill level players, but right now, they more transitional players. So if you get a transition point guard like Olivia Miles, you actually gonna make the game a lot easier for Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso to score. Right. The reason why they and you see they still doing good now, but the reason why they have a hard time scoring sometimes, the reason why they have those shooting percentages sometimes is they got point guards who don't really know how to get them the ball, and they got not only that, they got point guards who don't have gravity. You get what I'm saying? If you got a point guard who got gravity, then it's easier.
That's true.
It's easier to get the ball in the paint. But the point guards don't have gravity, and they don't know how to make an entry pass.
Yeah.
So now you make Angel Reese's job and Camila Cardoso's job that much harder to score. You get what I'm saying? So that's one. So look, hold on. This is still option one. So you get Olivia Miles, right? Olivia Miles is going to be a high draft pick. So we get her, we probably not going to get somebody like a Sonia Citron or somebody like that, because that's also going to be a high draft pick. But we can get somebody like a Sanaya Rivers. Now, Sanaya Rivers, what makes Sanaya Rivers special is she's 6'1". She's a lockdown defender, like we just said we need. And she do a lot of things on the offensive end. Now, she's not that efficient. She got to work on her 3-point shooting. She's not that efficient right now. But if we get somebody like Olivia Miles and a Sanaya Rivers in the first round, we shore up our point guard situation. We get a lockdown defender, and we get an elite scorer. She doesn't need to work on her efficiency. Now, if that don't work, right, this option number 2 is this. Let's just say we miss out on Olivia Miles. That's all right. I just heard somebody mention Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson is not going to go high in the first round. She might not even go in the first round at all. You get what I'm saying? So if we miss out on Olivia Miles, we can get somebody like a Sonia Citron, a AZ Fudd, somebody just mentioned Anissa Murrow. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about both picks. There's a lot of people just focusing on the one pick. So I'm just saying, like, let's just say worst case scenario, we miss out on Olivia Miles. Somebody else grab her, right? That means now our first round pick, we could get a higher pick on the wing. So now we could get a Sonia Citron, we could get a AZ Fudd, maybe Anissa Murrow, somebody like that as our wing, and then we could get a Raven Johnson with our second pick. And that also shows our lockdown defender situation, because we already know Raven Johnson might be the best defender in the draft. And you get somebody that's a scorer. You get somebody as a scorer at the 3 position. So either way, we good. If we get Olivia Miles, we gonna miss out on one of those wings, but we could get Sanaya Rivers, who's a lockdown defender. And if we get like Raven Johnson, who's a lockdown defender, we could get one of those higher small forwards. So I was just saying there's 2 scenarios where we good, where we gonna everything that the Chicago need, we could really get in the draft. And then on top of that, if you look at the y'all know that the CBA is coming up. So a lot of players, they contracts end next season. This season and next season, damn near the whole league contract end. So all we got to do is be patient, keep our contracts low, and we could sign 2 or 3 all-stars within the next 2 free agencies, along with what we're doing draft, because a lot of people don't know. Not only this draft do we got 2 first-round picks, we got 2 first-round picks next draft too, in 2026. So
that's why I said that.
Between 2025 and 2026, if we smart in the draft, that's gonna keep our contracts low, and then free agency 2025 and 2026, damn near the whole league is available.
That's true.
So we straight.
I'm gonna tell you something. West Coast do got really got size though.
That's crazy, boy.
And
we also got pick swaps as well.
6'1" point guard.
Yeah, she is 6'1" point guard, but she could play the 1-2 or the 3. That's a good thing about Sanaya. That's why I say let's just say we get if we get Olivia Miles, we go grab Sanaya. Sanaya's a lockdown defender. She's 6'1", and she could play. And think about it, because she's also a point guard. Let's just say she get the ball on the break. She's pushing it, and now you could also give it to Angel Reese or whatever. Sanaya. The crazy thing about Sanaya is she got, like I said, she got Olivia Miles too. They both got to work on their efficiency. They're not great at the 3. They good scorers in the mid range, but they're not great at the 3. So both of them got to work on their efficiency at the 3. But the crazy thing about Sanaya is if you go watch her highlights, it's almost like she played like Kennedy Carter. Like those shots you think that's difficult, that people shouldn't be able to hit, they make those shots easy. Like if you go watch them, they difficult shots they make super easy, but the 3s they not that efficient from 3.
Yo, what's good, fellas? First of all, y'all funny. I heard y'all talking about 80s must be writing his stores down or some shit. No, nigga, I got a girl. She was getting ready to leave, so that's why I kept saying I call y'all in a sec. My girl was getting ready to leave. Anyway, I was expecting y'all to pick up live, so I don't know, I was expecting that. But anyway, I'll leave my thoughts here. Okay, so all I was saying was it's frustrating writing your thoughts down in the chat, and you can't get your whole thought out, and then like everybody jump on that one thing and act like you're super crazy. It's like, whoa, like that's not even everything I was saying. So first and foremost, let me say shout out to Michaela. She's playing great today, so I'm happy she's playing great. So yes, she should be starting. So let's start there. But what I was saying originally is last game, I was going off the last game. So last game, I was watching the game, and Michaela didn't really give us nothing offensively. And when Rachel was in, she wasn't giving us nothing defensively. So I was basically saying we got to give up something regardless, right? Bonner's fucking mad tall. So what was happening was they kept doing that cut play, the back door play. So whenever they did the back door play, we either had Rachel or Kennedy or just somebody too small to guard Bonner, and then once we put Michaela in, Michaela was guarding that play better. Problem is, Michaela wasn't giving us nothing on the offensive end. When they put Rachel back in, Rachel came in on fire. She started hitting 3s, knocking down 3s, and put us back in the game. So all I was saying was, what I was trying to say, y'all caught me on one point. So the one point I was saying is, damn, if I had to pick and choose with this game, I pick and choose Rachel's offense over Michaela's defense, right? Because I feel like that gives us a better chance to win with what we have. We already have a bunch of non-shooters in the lineup, so adding another one hurts us, right? Now, if Michaela come out stunning like she is today, that's different. If Michaela's coming out scoring, that's different. You go with Michaela longer. But if she's not scoring, I'd rather have Rachel out there where I know she's more comfortable, more confident in hitting that 3-point shot, spacing the floor for us, because we already got Camilla, who don't want to, whose main points come in the paint. We already got Angel, who's shooting the ball more now, but main points come in the paint. Then we got Kennedy, who loves to drive. Her main points come where? In the paint or that mid-range. And then even Lindsay, you want to shoot at that free throw line area. So what I was saying was we add Michaela, who's not scoring from the outside like she was last game. That's going to hurt us. If she's coming out scoring, great, no problem. You keep her. It's basically you got to pick and choose your poison, is what I was saying. So that was my original point.
I get what he was saying. So basically, I think he was just saying, and certain situations during the course of last game, you should have kept Rachel in more because she was hitting more shots compared to what Michaela was doing, because last game she was just not doing anything. So I think that's what he was saying. So he's saying basically based off the matchup, it should be different. I think that's what he's saying. But still, I'm not starting her, period.
Yeah, I'm
now playtime
Now,
is
if you're
different.
talking about
I think
playtime
talking about
specific in the specific scenario, if you need shooting, then yeah, I can understand that. If you're talking about situationally, then for sure.
Yeah,
But
so
as
I
far as,
think
like,
that's what he meant.
Yeah, if you're talking about situationally, overall, I mean, you want to play the situation regardless. That's good coaching. You want to play the situation. But just as a baseline, I think is so he was talking situationally. I was talking more baseline. I still want Michaela out there more than Rachel Band.
Yeah.
It's just like, but
Facts.
I get what that is.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah. Brooklyn says, hey, if you got the answer, then give it to us, bro. Type the comment. You know what? Don't do that shit, Brooklyn. Listen, again, like I tell everybody, I got 423 people in here. Brooklyn's like a little brother. I could talk shit to Brooklyn. I'm not coming at a random commenter. I'm just messing with Brooklyn because that's who I'm gonna mess with. But yeah, man, we gotta get some
target on Brooklyn.
Yeah,
How you gonna put a target on Brooklyn?
No, hey, Brooklyn's funny. You know why I mess with Brooklyn? Because Brooklyn does have high basketball IQ, but he's also Brooklyn's just an asshole. And it goes understated how much Brooklyn's an asshole because he says it so nicely that people don't realize that Brooklyn's being an asshole. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Hell. Yeah.
You think he ain't slick, but you're slick. I see.
Harrison Moore. Here we go. Brooklyn's finally done lollygagging. He says options 1. Dana, Marina, Michaela are our 3 best 3-point shooters. We start those with Camilla and Angel, and we should have better spacing. Here's the thing, and I get what you're getting at with that. But has Michaela shown you enough this season for you to think that she's going to shoot the 3 ball effectively? Keep in mind, over the course of her WNBA career, she's only shot the ball above 31% once, and that was last season. That was last season, and she took 2.8 per game. That helps, but that's still making less than a 3-pointer per game. That's only making 0.9 threes per game. Does that help that much? Anyway, option number 2. Start Lindsay, Kennedy, Marina, Angel, and Camilla, our best defensive lineup, but Lindsay will be open in that lineup, and she'll have to hit open threes, which I think she could do. I do like that lineup a lot. I just don't know if Marina at the 3, because of how slow she's been playing defensively this year, but I get it. I get what you're getting at with that.
I don't know. I don't like if we gonna have Lindsay at the point guard, Kennedy still gotta come off the bench. It's either if Kennedy gonna start, she gonna start at the point guard.
Yeah,
that's how that's gonna go. If we gonna go to the decision of putting Kennedy in the doggone, we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I feel that. And Brooklyn, you're coming up with really good options. Like you're making the best out of what we have. And I completely respect that because you are putting in a lot to make a situation better that we're clearly at a deficit at. But the overall arching thing is that everyone has their own pluses and negatives. And like this one here, you're betting on Lindsay Allen's scoring potential, and she doesn't always bring that. But you do have Kennedy, you have Marina, but this still hinges on Marina coming out of this slump. If Marina doesn't come out of that scoring slump, you're almost right back where you were. But that definitely can help. This is actually something that I do see in the realm of possibility. Brooklyn says option number 3, we trade Dana and Marina and try to get picks and take 2 steps back and 1 step forward to fix our weaknesses.
Oh, that's a motherfucking.
Listen, here's the thing with the way that this team, how they orchestrated this offense. I mean, this offseason and got the picks that they got, the fact that they don't control their own pick in the first round. If Marina does keep struggling, and I could see a veteran team being willing to bite on Marina Mabry and think, hey, she's coming to this team. We have a structure already. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility at the trade deadline we see something happen. I just don't.
Yeah. Especially if we're not seeing no difference. If we're not seeing no difference, something got to move.
And don't get it twisted. I don't hate Caitlin Clark. I hate some of her fans. Not all of her fans. Some of her fans is cool. Yeah. But I hate some of her fans because they delusional. Those are ones I hate, the delusional ones. And everything I'm going to say, you could bring it up either in a video or on the internet. Everything is factual. Yeah, bro. I ain't mean to overtalk. Yeah, bro. I want to hear what you got to say.
Hey, you was on Showtime shit earlier, wasn't you?
Oh, that's a Snapple top fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, Showtime be giving people the blues too.
Yeah, I was
You
over
see what
there.
I'm saying?
I was like, hey, you was making the most sense about what the Sky need to do.
Now that's a fact. I appreciate that, Brody.
Yeah, that other guy was talking like a little crazy, like I don't know what.
Yeah, he was wild, man. He was like, they don't need a. He said they don't need a point guard. Like, I told y'all that. I told y'all the haters. I told y'all the haters get quiet when y'all telling the facts, man. They don't want. They want to speak from emotion. Facts over fiction, bro.
Exactly. They get exposed, man. All right, we got Mo 3, man. Go ahead, Mo 3. What you got?
Hey, shit, man. Brooklyn then laid
he
the
shut
smack,
it down.
He laid the smack down. Hey,
listen, I was hesitant. I was trying to stay in the chat. I'm gonna keep it real with you because y'all was talking about shoes. I was like, I ain't gonna argue that. That's an easy argument. Then y'all started talking about a game. I'm like, that's another easy argument. But if we talking about who better, I could get in that conversation because it's that everything I'm gonna mention. You could bring it up on the internet. It's nothing I'm gonna mention is about my feelings. Every time you hear people argue, and don't get it twisted, I don't hate Caitlin Clark. I hate some of her fans, not all of her fans. Some of her fans is cool. Yeah. But I hate some of her fans because they delusional. Those are ones I hate, the delusional ones. And everything I'ma say, you could bring it up either in a video or on the internet. Everything is for the slow people in the back. I'm gonna use this analogy, right? Because you know everybody can relate to this because some parents do this and some parents don't stand for this, right? If you got a kid that curses, right? I'm talking about a little 5, 6, 7-year-old. Some parents think that's funny and they'll laugh at that kid, right, when they doing it, but they don't realize you enabling that kid to do wrong, right? Yeah. And then when that kid get older and you done enabled that kid doing that for so long, now you mad because he cursing at you. Yeah. And now you want to try to shut it down, but it's like you already enabled that kid from 6, 7, 8, and then you ain't stopping it then. And that's kind of what Caitlin Clark is doing. Caitlin Clark behavior, that's why I said she immature and spoiled, because her behavior she been doing since high school. She been beating up the chairs. Right. Right. She been beating up the chair, and she even got if you pay attention to Caitlin, she got a word for it. She call it fiery, because whenever they compare her to Paige Beckers, that's what she would say. She was like, oh, Paige, you know, she's cool or this, that, and the third. I'm fire. Thing, right?
Nah, I got it, man, but I think I took it off, man. I don't know. I did some other stuff, man.
Okay, because I feel
I gotta redo my whole thing. I got some new things coming, so y'all stay.
Got you. I feel like Bro Claw needed that a couple times tonight. Yeah. But anyway, I came up to and this is not disagreeing with Blow Claw. I was just wanted to clarify what I meant by enabled. So with Caitlin, the reason why I said she was enabled is her behavior. I know her father checks her every once in a while, and even at Iowa, Kate Martin, that she said her job on the team was to check her too whenever she would get out of hand. But the behavior Caitlin has, she has since high school, and a lot of people think it's cute, right? Her coaches, they get on her, but they allow her to do it because they feel like it's cute. Her teammates think it's cute, and now even the media think it's cute. You can tell by the way they ask her questions. Like I said, it blew my mind the other day when I heard a press conference and the reporter said, "Oh, when you went to the bench and you started beating up the chair, it must have got you going because you came in the game and you hit a few three." Like, it's like, come on, dog. It's like, and that's what I mean by enabled. And the media think it's cute. Everybody think it's cute. People don't think that there's nothing wrong with it because we already know. I ain't got to go into the whole thing. But if somebody of a different hue, I'm going to say that, somebody of a different hue would do that, you already know. It's a problem. You already seen, like, same plays. Like I said, the Jordan Canada play that you just brought up, K-Shot, she did that. Nobody called for a suspension. Somebody of a different hue did it. And then she needed to be suspended. You get what I'm saying? So it was like see? So it's like when you do something, it's funny, it's cute, it's fiery, it gets you going. But when somebody else do it, then they crazy, you know, they need to be suspended, they bad, they toxic, they bad for the locker room. So it's like Brady effect. And that's where that enabledness come from, and that's where that spoiledness come from. That's